Well, bring out the brooms because the sweep has been secured. And the Denver Nuggets are 4 wins away from their first ever NBA title in franchise history. Now, joining us tonight to break down the end of the Western Conference Finals is NBA Philippines All-Star analyst, Laker diehard, Coach Willie Wilson. Coach, how are you? I mean, tough series.
No, I'm great. I'm great, except I'm extremely sad, but I'm great.
Okay, sure. But Coach, first things first, we have to give our props to the Denver Nuggets who played such an incredible series.
Definitely.
The Lakers, to their credit, were in most of the games, if not all of the games. You gave us 2 takeaways here, and the first one's the most obvious. Nikola Jokic, practically unstoppable, 2-time MVP, should have been 3-time MVP for some people. Your thoughts on what he's shown us here in the series?
All right, I'm going to reference the great Eric Mink, and he told me this a while back that the team with the best player on the floor usually wins the series, and you got to give it to the Nuggets. They have the best player on the floor in Nikola Jokic, and it showed with that sweep. They brought the broom out, man. You got to hand them their flowers.
And Coach, with that sweep, how exactly has he been such a dominant force on the court? Again, like what Pao said, should he be
Should he have
the
been?
MVP?
You know what? I still believe that Joel Embiid won it fair and squared, just based off of stats alone. Okay, and their record speaks for itself. Remember, Jokic last year, he pretty much put the team on his back. This year, he gets 2 very, very good players back in Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, who we're going to be talking about in a little bit.
You know, speaking of Jamal Murray, you mentioned him a while ago, and you referenced the health issues. Sometimes you got to be healthy, you got to be lucky with regards to that. And a lot of people are now wondering if, with the current setup of the Nuggets, with their current health status, let's say they are going to go up against the Miami Heat in the finals. Do you feel that they are title favorites at this point in time?
Well, again, I go back to that. Who is the best player on the floor? Does Miami have anybody on that level of a Nikola Jokic? Arguably, you could say Jimmy Butler because he's a different beast in the playoffs. But recency bias is going to tell us that it's Nikola Jokic.
And coming off an injury, what can you say about his performance? I mean, how important is it for him to be playing at this level again, just like probably in the bubble, or even better, Coach?
Talking about Jamal Murray.
I love how you referenced the bubble, and you remember that epic series they had with the Utah Jazz. I know you remember that, how he battled back and forth with a player that I won't say his name because he is no longer on that team.
Yeah, you can still say it.
I'll let you say it. That's just for my safety. But, you know, that Jamal Murray was unstoppable. He put on a show. He was virtually unguardable. You know, shades back to his high school days and his one season at Kentucky. But that Jamal Murray is back with an even better Nikola Jokic. That 1-2 punch just proved too unstoppable for the LA Lakers.
You know, the funny thing about Jamal Murray is that there were rumors, or at least rumblings, that he was going to be traded because of that injury that he took a while to recover from. And obviously, Denver sticking to their guns, making sure that, you know, they gave all the trust to Jamal Murray. You take a look at the 1-2 of Murray and Jokic together. Are they the most dangerous duo in the NBA today?
Well, I think they're the most dangerous duo left in this playoffs. In the NBA,
but there are only 3 teams left.
Yeah, and so you know what? I'm gonna give it to them because you can't really talk about any of the other teams right now in the NBA because they're no longer playing. But you got dynamic duos, players that complement each other very well. But it's not just Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, that 1-2 punch. They put guys around them that just complement them so well. KCP. So instrumental. I'm still so upset that he wins a chip with the Lakers, with my Lakers, and then now he sweeps my Lakers while he's on the Nuggets. It's bittersweet.
You know, you take a look at what the Nuggets have done and what the Lakers haven't done. So let's give a moment here to all the Lakers fans out there. Derek, all of the crew and prod here in the room, Ken, who's watching as well. The Lakers getting swept in the way that they did, obviously very disappointing here. But then, just how much more impressive was it for the Nuggets to do what they did, considering that a lot of people had so much hope for the Lakers this year, especially with the way that they started the postseason?
All right, there's two ways to look at it. You look at it like, okay, they swept a LeBron-led team.
Yeah.
But again, this is a 38-year-old LeBron-led team. That's one way to look at it. Number two, you can look at it like, all right, the Lakers were the 7th seed.
Yeah.
Okay, they had no business being where they were here in the conference finals. So that kind of diminishes the accomplishment that the Denver Nuggets made. I know I'm throwing a little bit of shade on the Nuggets, but I mean, you got to really look at it that way, objectively, that 7th seed, overachieving team, a 38-year-old LeBron.
Should they run it back?
The Lakers?
Yeah.
That's a huge question right there. All right, LeBron with his post-game comments about, am I going to come back? Am I retiring? I think it's just, all, misdirection. But definitely run it back. Bring in Kyrie. Maybe get rid of somebody that was absent in the series. D'Lo, who we're not going to talk about.
Yeah.
Hey, run it back.
No, when you said bring back Kyrie, our director who's backstage audibly said, oh, so let's see if it happens. But then, of course, we're not done with that yet. Because
we all weren't ready.
Yeah, but we have to talk about the other matchups as well, the potential matchups here for the Denver Nuggets.
Of course, now, the Nuggets are there just chilling after the sweep against, Lakers, your team, and LeBron. Who do you think, Coach, is a tougher matchup for them? Will it be the Heat or the Celtics?
Yeah, because the Celtics technically have a chance. Yeah.
On paper, you want to say the Celtics. They have more bigs that they can throw at Jokic. But with the way that they're playing right now, I just, don't see it. Again, I go back to on paper. Marcus Smart guarding Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Robert Williams, Al Horford, you throw these guys at Jokic. And then they got that 1-2 punch in Tatum and Jaylen Brown. But the way the Miami Heat are playing right now, they're just so cohesive. So I'm going to have to lean towards the Miami Heat. And if I can take any consolation in what happened to the Lakers, it's that the Boston Celtics are on the verge of also getting swept. If I can take any consolation.
Yeah. So the Lakers fans are going to be happy about that, obviously. But then you take a look at the regular season matchup between the Heat and the Nuggets. The Heat actually lost those 2 games against the Nuggets, 0-2 against Denver. But then, is it fair to reflect on what they did in the regular season, considering just how much it's changed for Miami in the postseason?
Again, we talked about this offset. I'm throwing out whatever happened in the regular season. Jimmy Butler is a different beast. That's why they call him Playoff Jimmy. Eric Spoelstra, Coach Spo, he just has a different way of switching it up. Maybe it was by design.
Yeah.
That they played that way in the regular season and they just totally hit you with the 180 and give you something totally different in these playoffs. And it's showing with how they're playing, how cohesive. Look at Duncan Robinson.
Yep.
Where did he come from? And now he's just balling out.
There's just so many great pieces for Miami. It's going to be an epic matchup should the Miami Heat sweep the Celtics. But, Coach, we're not done with you yet. We're going to see you later on, but we got a lot more business to take care of here.
That's right, pal. So, Coach, stay right there. We've got more hoops later.